I request Dr. Amjad Waheed, the Chief Executive Officer, NBP Fund Management Limited, to please present a vote of thanks at this occasion.
Assalamu alaikum, ladies and gentlemen. So we are very thankful to all the speakers for adding to our education and information. Ralph and Jimmy talked about technology and how it can makes our life better in terms of economy, in terms of climate change, in terms of basic services to a common man. Then we had the finance minister who talked about his priorities, basically living within our means, education, exports, and agriculture. And I think the main thing that comes out is that national security has a lot deeper meaning than simply military security. And I think this is something that was brought out, and it's important to understand, because national security encompasses economic security, human security, food security, climate security, industrial security, and obviously it's a whole holistic view that needs to be taken, and we need to prioritize, our resources and efforts accordingly. I think just some statistics for you to quickly see within a minute where we lag behind. For example, Finance Minister talked about education. India spends 3% of its GDP on education. We have spent 2% of GDP on education. So in the last 21 years, we have spent $36 billion less on education versus India as a percentage of the economy. I'm not talking about absolute terms, that will be huge, but as a percentage of the economy. In terms of science and technology, we have, in the last 12 years, we have spent $4 billion less on science and technology than India. In terms of healthcare, in the last 21 years, we have spent $22 billion less on healthcare of our people versus India, again as a percentage of economy, not in absolute terms. In the last 12 years alone, we have spent $42 billion less on agriculture versus India as a percentage of the economy. So you can see what type of a revolution we would have got had we spent an extra $36 billion on education, $4 billion on technology, $42 billion on agriculture over the last few years. And that's one of the reasons we are lagging behind India and Bangladesh and other countries in terms of both economic and human development. And it's important that we reprioritize, and something that the finance minister mentioned, we need to reduce our non-productive spending and need to grow our productive spending. Thank you so much.